Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes here, sponsored by Mortgage Specialists. Again, it's Tuesday at 3 p.m. and we're here to give our regular weekly update of topics in the mortgage and real estate industry. And this week we're going to speak about why does it matter where I get my pre-approval. We get this very often with first-time home buyers, people that are buying another house, and they ask, does it really matter where I get my pre-approval letter from? Or does it matter who I speak with? And that's kind of an open-ended question, but we want to give you our 2 cents of the reasons why you want to contemplate or think about where you get your pre-approval from. Right now, more than ever, it's one of the toughest markets for a buyer to purchase a home. And I know why buyers are giving up a lot of things like no home inspections, giving the seller the closing date they want, giving the seller extra monetary money on top of the sales price, maybe paying the seller's closing costs. I can tell you when sellers review offers, the lender does make an enormous difference. And whether that lender has respect in the community or doesn't have respect in the community can be a huge reason why your offer is accepted over someone else's offer. So the reason what I would first answer to you is why does it matter where I get my pre-approval? It matters because it's going to be reviewed when you submit that offer. And I can tell you if someone has had a previous problem with the lender, whether that be in town, out of town, that seller or seller's agent will educate the seller in saying, hey, I've had a problem with this person. I don't want to work with that particular company or loan officer again. So my next topic, meaning that it's a tough seller's market and that the sellers do look at your pre-approval, a lot of advertisements you'll see are online lenders all day long. A lot of advertisements during the day, during the evening. I can share with you here locally in the Omaha market, good experienced realtors don't like using out-of-town lenders. Why would that be the case? Obviously, they've had problems with them, and it's not just one or two or three times they've had problems with them, but they hear about lots of issues with online lenders because they don't have maybe the local respect that someone like a mortgage specialist does just because we're here locally. And if there's a problem, we don't want problems to occur, and we're going to work to fix those problems. Where we have heard many clients having online issues of those things to happen, and there's no one to call because they don't answer their phone. They email, no one responds. And so when you work with an out-of-town lender, what we call online lender, meaning not here locally, you can usually only contact them via email or phone. If they don't want to respond to those calls as timely, like in the weekends and evenings, it makes it a little bit more stressful of a process for not only you, but also the seller, which means there's going to be problems that are going to happen accepting your offer. Another question we get often is, should I just contact the lender that services my mortgage or my local bank? And a lot of times I'll tell you, yes, your local bank is a great place to go. They do the same type of loans and products and service that we do. But a lot of times people may think, well, if I go back to my current lender or if I go back to the bank that has my information, the process is going to be easier. And I would argue and tell you that's not necessarily always true. Because every lender in the country that offers loans to the secondary market, who is Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, FHA and VA, and USDA, all of those type of loan products require the same information. So whether you go to your bank or not, maybe they can dig up your pay stubs, or not your pay stubs, I'm sorry, your bank statements for you. And maybe they can get those out of the electronic portal online. But in regards to getting your pay stubs, your W-2s, those have to always be provided as the most recent info. So whether they did your loan 2 years ago or 10 years ago, they're still going to need the same paperwork that's updated, whether you go with your local bank or the current mortgage company that's servicing your loan or with a new lender. So it doesn't make any bit of difference in that regards. And what I've also noticed and found is many times your local mortgage company, your current mortgage servicer, not your local mortgage company, your current mortgage servicer, meaning the one you write your check out to, many times when you contact them back are going to give you higher interest rates. The reason why sometimes lenders service loans is because they know you might have that relationship with them and you think you might not want change. And because of that, they know they can unfortunately upsell you and charge you more. The last thing I would tell you, whoever you're getting a pre-approval with, use a local lender. Use someone that's in the community that's going to be around. Know and use a local lender that the real estate agents will know and trust and that you have a good relationship with. I can suggest to you and tell you many transactions of people using someone that isn't in the area, whether that's online or not, might not understand how the local laws and timeframes and process works. Here at Mortgage Specialists, we lend in Nebraska, and we understand Nebraska, especially the Omaha, Lincoln metro areas. But I can tell you, I wouldn't know how to perfect a loan in Montana or Arizona or South Carolina. Are there lenders that do that? Yes. Are there issues that come up along the way because they're local laws and rules? Yes. And so here at Mortgage Specialists, we feel focusing on the local area, doing what we know in our backyards, in our community, is the best way of handling loans. We appreciate you checking in with us. Again, every week we work to give education just like we do to our clients throughout the week. So if there's any questions you have, feel free to jump on our website at mtg-specialist.com. Phone call us at 402-991-5153 or subscribe to our Facebook channel here, Instagram. We'd love to connect with you weekly, daily, or whenever you have a need. So we appreciate you all. Hope you have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you very soon. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.